What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, Dueling Book Commentary, trying to get back into, I guess, a rhythm of doing these because I have not done DN commentaries in like 2 years, so I got to get my feet under me. I got to get back into a rhythm, and since I only do these live matches during YCSs and Worlds and stuff, I didn't really plan on doing this until like, you know, the North American WCQ. So anyway, Zoodiac versus Infernoids. I believe he's gonna mill 30 cards off of this, and I think that is the second snow, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I'm not sure that I trust. Let me think. I'm trying to analyze this board. So, oh, he lost his Regeki. That's important. But he also has Devati. That's important too, because he can potentially blow these out. And if they're D barrier set, they're not very good. I'm trying to size up this board. All right, so the rat really is just inconsequential. He has the Trident, which obviously can take away a card. The Bullhorn. The Broad Bull, which you don't usually see in attack mode. I'm kind of wondering about that. To be honest, you don't usually see a lot of zoos in attack mode. Now, maybe you have a Whiptail on hand, but you wouldn't want to put, you can't Whiptail them both, so that's kind of weird. Two face downs. If we say they're a strike and something else, a strike would get rid of one big Infernoid summon, but when you get that grass looks greener, I'm going to say the advantage for the Infernoid player. Like, I think you can easily play through two back row and a Trident. As predictable, or as predicted, he goes for the Trident turn one. Or excuse me, what am I saying? The Devati. Like, Devati would be the first card I'd throw out, because I'm trying to get rid of your back row. Once I get rid of your back row, I can size up your front row. All right, so, okay, we pretty much, I assume there was at least one strike. I don't really think that it's that big of a deal, because I think he's going to summon Devati right back. I think he can summon Devati again, and then even if it gets strike twice, I still don't think it's that big of a problem because he still has 5 cards in his hand, plus he has Snow. So I still think he can get around. I still think he can get around this board fairly easily. Now, if he had Max C, that would be a little different. Max C would mean that, you know, if you use Snow, I can draw a bunch of cards. So yeah, I predict him to just summon Devati right back and try and get rid of that back row. Again, if he gets strike tier or if he gets warning, I still think he's at advantage. Like, I still think it won't matter. There has to be something else. Like, if he had like 3 back row, okay, I would probably give the advantage to the zoo player. Now, maybe he'll just use Tridents. Okay, so he just says, I'm willing to give up the Tenki. I don't know about setting a Tenki, bro. Well, I mean, I guess maybe he didn't know he was playing against, but a 60 card deck, you probably gotta assume that it's Infernoids, right? I mean, I don't know. If you set a Tenki, it's kind of a bluff, and I guess he, you know, thinking maybe if I get Twin Twister, he might hit the Tenki and instead of me losing my strike or something like that. I guess that's a possibility. So anyways, let's see what's going to happen here. Now, if he just goes into battle phase, then I'll say the advantage is on the zoo player because I think that I think if he can keep this board, I think that he'll benefit tremendously going into the next turn. But if he loses this board, then I think he's kind of screwed. And he did lose Regeki already, so, you know, obviously Regeki's out the window. But he still has Snow anyways. Yeah, I still can't get, he can still, like, some attack is getting through. Is that Void Vanishment? Okay. All right, this is cool because now that I'm not in YGO Pro replays and I'm not on I'm not recording from like a Konami match, I can actually read these damn cards. Okay, so this is the one that searches Void Feast. Oh, okay. Now I'm going to definitively say this guy's probably going to win. Void Feast is a game changer. He discards Onoku. Oh, oh no, he popped it with Trident. Okay, that was smart. That was very smart. That was smart. He's going to give up one of his monsters, but yeah. If he was going to allow him to get Void Feast, I was going to say this dude, the Infernoid player, is clearly going to be in the driver's seat. I would not have let that resolve. How many stars are you? Devyati? I feel like, isn't Devyati like, it's not 8, isn't that like 10 stars? Hold on, can you summon Infernoids when you have, how many? Count. That's what, hold on, dude. No, you need to stop. You can't summon, I'm like, isn't Devyati, I don't know, aren't they like 10 stars? You can't summon Infernoids when you have these 2 on the field, right? Okay, it's a level 9, whatever. Level 9, 10, 8, whatever. I knew it was higher than 8 because I've played Infernoids before, and I know when you have Devyati or Onoko on the field, you can't summon other Infernoids unless it's like Decatron. You can't like summon Untando. I know that. That's from like the old, what's it called? He says you want to use the rules to shark me. Whoa, okay. Fighting words. All right, well, you can attack, obviously, and you still have the Fairy Tale Snow. I mean, you can clear this board, at least most of it anyways. I would be fine letting the Trident stay on the board. I wouldn't really care about that card. Especially, he's already used 2 copies of Broad Bull, so I'm not sure how much more searching. And He's used two copies of Tenki as well, so I'm wondering what his hand is. What is he going to do? I think you just attack. I think you. I mean, maybe you even leave the Rapier. What can one Rapier do if the other one's in the graveyard? I would just, you know what? I'd go for damage here. Like, I'm looking at this guy. He has 5,500 life points because of the strike. Oh, instant fusion. I think he might be able to game him now. If he brings out like Utopia the Lightning and he uses like, yeah, if he uses like Utopia the Lightning, I think he can probably just kill him. Are they speaking in Vanish? Oh, wait, does Vanish... Oh, hold on. I think Vanishment might make it so you can't special summon from the extra deck that turn. Oh, wow. I was going to say Instant Fusion. You bring out Utopia the Lightning. These guys have like 0 attack. You just kill them. Okay. Got some soft Cheetorino up in here. He does use the Whiptail, which means Dp-Ygo should be banished. Yeah, Dp-Ygo should be banished. Well, looks like he's asking if he has a response. Doesn't Dp-Ygo, I believe Dp-Ygo can negate the monster effect, so that's why he's asking for a response, because it can potentially negate the Whiptail. Not really sure I would do that, but, I mean, I guess it's whatever. Actually, maybe you should. Maybe it is worth it. Yeah, maybe, I guess do you want your Dp-Ygo banished? Do you want the Whiptail banished? Those are some of the things you have to think about here. Okay, his name is Yair 93. He has not really spoken once, or he hasn't really said anything other than anything in effect. All right, looks like they are going to go to damage calculation, and we'll have to see what happens there. If maybe he has, oh, he's going to chain the effect. Okay, this is seem kind of late. All right, that's what I thought. So the Whiptail should just be banished and removed. Okay, well, it doesn't just go to the grave. Yeah, it gets banished. Now he can still attack because he still has the what's it called in the graveyard. He still has the Fairy Tale Snow. So, I think that Yair has massively misplayed this turn. I thought that he should have been able to clearly dominate and get rid of this board. He's going into main phase. Whoa! You have a Fairy Tale Snow. Use it. Doesn't he have a Snow in the graveyard? Why would he not use Snow during the battle phase? I mean, surely he has to have a bunch of random... Oh, he wants to go on Onoku? Okay. I guess that works. I don't know. I still would have went for Snow. I would have tried to get some battle damage, but it's fine, I guess. All right, so he goes for Onoku. He's going to be able to nuke the board. Him milling that Onoku is really, really important, by the way, because, yeah, gives him the ability to blow up the whole field. He's chaining Whiptail for what reason? I think he has lost me. If anyone knows why he chained Whiptail, please explain it to me. I think I don't quite understand why he activated the second Whiptail. I thought that he might have had multiple Whiptails. I just don't get why he would want to put it, why he'd want to attach the Whiptail and just take the neg. I don't know. Maybe Veiler knows something that oh, okay. I think he just wanted an extra Zoo in the graveyard so that he'd be able to activate Zoodiac combo? Can you negate that from the grave? Hold on, you might be able to negate that from the grave. I need to look and see if Onoku can negate spell effects spell and traps that activates when a spell/trap card or effect is activated. Yeah, Onoku can just negate that. By the way, if I was him, I'd negate it with Onoku because then you just took like a massive negs for no reason. I just needed to see if Onoku can negate it from the graveyard. I've never really seen Onoku negate a card in the graveyard, but it appears that Onoku totally can because he's activating the effect of Zoo combo, and Onoku does not say anything about effects on the field. It just says when a spell or trap is activated or effect, tribute, negate. So he could have just negated. I probably would have because, well, I don't know. Maybe the Zoo play, maybe it's not worth it at that point. All right, so he gets his 2 draws, 1 for combo, 1 for turn. He's in standby phase. He plays Dp-Ygo. This duel is getting weird. Not really sure about why Dp-Ygo is being used. Asking for a target. Like, unless he's about to drop Dark Arm Dragon or some shit, and he has like 2 other darts in his grave, I'm not really seeing the point of the Dp-Ygo. He goes for Fairy Tale Snow. Okay. Well, you know what? Actually, I guess that does kind of make sense. Fairy Tale Snow can stop his normal summons. I guess that works. it could stop his normal summon before he what's it called? Wait, why not chain Fairy Tale Snow? If he's targeting Fairy Tale Snow, why not just summon it? Because I mean, it's like if it's like lose it or use it, or excuse me, use it or lose it. All right, whatever. That's already been resolved. So, hey, Baron Trump is in here. Shout outs to Donald. Baron Trump. I didn't know Baron Trump played Yu-Gi-Oh, but I mean, he is like what, like 12 or something like that, like 10 years old. So he's at that Yu-Gi-Oh age. All right, top deck a Terror Top, which means he should be able to activate the effect. Looks like he has not used Terror Top this duel. I mean, he might be able to come. It's still hard for me to see him coming back, considering, I don't know, man. A lot of those Zoo combos do like exactly 8,000 damage, and if you have to do like exactly 8,000 damage plus you have to kill an Onoku, I just don't see you OTKing unless he has like, I don't know, Mind Control or Regeki or something weird like that. Oh, he had a second Fairy Tale Snow as well. DD Crow, yeah, it looks like he had a second Fairy Tale Snow. He can just wait for what's it called. I had 3 engrave. If he has another Fairy Tale Snow in the graveyard, I'm not sure how DD Crow. I mean, I'm not sure how the Fairy Tale Snow doesn't just stop this play and he doesn't just like lose next turn. Let's see exactly what's gonna happen. Yeah, it looks like he has 2 Fairy Tale Snows. Obviously, one got banished from Crow, and the other one should be in what's it called. Now they're what's it called? I guess now they're arguing over if Fairy Tale Snow was already banished. Why would it be? I'm wondering why it would be banished from another card. Like there should be no other reason why Fairy Tale Snow would already be banished. He hasn't used the effect of any of the snow, so I don't know how the second Fairy Tale Snow would be banished, but whatever. He's gonna go into an XC. I assume whatever XC he makes, Fairy Tale Snow will instantly come out and Book a Moon it. He goes into X Saber, MX Saber Invoker. I expect Fairy Tale. Okay, yeah, he's telling him to wait. He's saying I'm gonna Fairy Tale Snow you. I'm gonna put it face down and I'm gonna kill you next turn. That's what I expect, anyways. Unless he has Max C wouldn't even matter here, because he'd get one draw. He'd get one draw and then Fairy Tale Snow would book him. Wait, he's gonna let him use it? Why not just snow him right now and just completely kill the combo? Yeah, this duel is getting kind of weird. I would think that if you snow him right here, you pretty much just stop the combo and you can just kind of cut the head off the snake. All right, well, he's gonna let him use it. And I believe all his rats are like back in his deck too, or at least one of them should be, because he used Zoo combo. So we'll see exactly what's gonna happen here. Actually, he's not gonna go for rat here at all. He's gonna go for Zoodiac Whip Tail. Now he's gonna go for snow. Okay, I guess he wanted to bait him out. He's gonna banish I believe 7 cards for Fairy Tale Snow's effects. Whole bunch of spells and traps. Regeki, that grass looks greener. Void Vanishment, another copy of Void Vanishment. Out comes Snow. Oh wow, he had 3 snows in his graveyard. Okay, it'd be really nice if DD Crow banished all copies. Okay, so Whiptail goes face down, and he has another Whiptail in his hands. I just don't see him countering this board though. Like, what can one Whiptail do? And looks like he's going to activate a second copy of Fairy Tale Snow. I think he's unloading his entire graveyard. He's probably going to banish a card from his hand. I assume he's going to banish like a random card from his hand maybe. Yeah, he gets rid of Untundale. And he might even have to banish another one. I actually have not been counting. I'm not sure that he's at 7 cards yet. He may have to, even if he banishes his entire hand, okay, there's Instant Fusion. Damn, I don't know if I'm willing to banish an Instant Fusion. All right, so double Book of Moon, and yeah, your play has to stop, Mr. Zoo player. I mean, maybe he goes into Minerva now. He hasn't used his extra deck. I wouldn't even use Minerva. I would just attack. I'd clear the board out. I'd face Zoos to try and top deck out of this with no Terra Top, or at least with Taketumborg not being an option because it's in the graveyard. And I'd make Zoo, what's it called? But he does top deck Reasoning, which was good. Call level 4. That's probably what you needed to call. Either 4 or 1. Those are the only legitimate options. I don't think 3 is a legit option. I would have probably called 4. But I mean, he could have, yeah, he has 3 Decatrons probably, so I guess you're basically deciding what's more likely, a Decatron or a Raiden, because obviously Snow's not coming out. Oh, Max C, spicy. I'd put it in attack mode just for that, that swag, just for the disrespect. Do not summon Max C in defense mode. Don't you dare you go. Do not do it. What are the defense of these things? Dang it, I hate that when I'm a watcher, I can't click the defense of the cards. That kind of sucks. But yeah, you do not summon Max C in defense mode. You summon Max C in attack mode for the dish. It's like whenever I summon Battle Fader, I always summon it in attack mode. I want my opponent to know that I am blatantly disrespecting them, telling them you will not do shit to this Battle Fader. I want them to know that I do not fear them. It's the most disrespectful thing you can do with Battle Fader. Never summon it in defense mode. Cause like why? I'd rather try and trigger my opponent and make them misplay. All right, so I think maybe he's asking for the defense values of the cards. I think he's wondering if he can run over something with Max C. Looks like he actually can. Yeah, even if he couldn't, I still would have summoned Max C in attack mode just because of A, 500 damage is 500 damage. B, disrespect is disrespect. You gotta disrespect people whenever you can. We have there is no code of the duelist, boys. That's the code of the duelist. The real code of the duelist is disrespect your opponent anytime you can. I have no honor in Yu-Gi-Oh. All right, so I believe we just got a scoop phase there. I don't think he was actually dead, but I think he just scooped knowing that he probably had no chance of getting out of this situation. Okay, so he's not scooping now. I'm pretty sure you're not dead, bro. There should be, I think you might take 3,000 damage, but like he has to attack your monsters. Okay, there you go. So he took the 250 from the battle damage that he would take from the Invoker. Takes the 3,000 that he would take from the Onoku, but he's not dead. He has 1 chance. Even Regeki doesn't save him because off of that reasoning, he did what's it called? Like he got enough cards in his grave off of the reasoning to where he can just use Fairy Tail Snow again. And even without the cards in his hand, he'd have more than enough damage to just kill him. So I'm not sure what 1 card. All right, there we go. Scoop phase. Game 3. That's another thing about Dueling Book commentaries. When I join these matches, I have no idea what match it is. It's doing YGO commentaries and doing Dueling Book commentary. It's like night and day. Like, don't think just because it's a commentary, it's so much different. There doesn't need to be any pauses in this because, as you see, during the side decking process, I have time to talk when the players are thinking, when they're resolving effects like reasoning, and that graphic screener, I have time to talk. And, you know, it's just a little different. Everything is live, so I don't know what's going to happen. It feels like a completely different experience for me, the person casting it. And, you know, sometimes you run into technical difficulties. One player just wants to be a jerk and says, I'm going to call an admin, and there's no admins on because, you know, he's salty that he's going to lose, or she's salty that she's going to lose, or something like that. 42 card Zoo. He must have, like, he's definitely playing Fusion Substitute in this version. Then I don't think you can get 42 cards in Zoo and not be playing like Lunar Light, Black Sheep, and Fusion Substitute and whatnot. Now, the cool thing is, I don't know. I guess I love it and hate it. The cool thing is, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now, it feels like you can just do whatever the fuck you want on turn 1 and not be punished. Until we get Ghost Ash, I feel like there's no... I mean, no one's playing a Fat Veiler, man. Like, no one's playing that card. And Max C's at 1, so you might as well just act like that shit doesn't exist. I mean, if it was me, I'm basically just going to act like that shit doesn't exist. So it feels like right now in Yu-Gi-Oh! You can just do whatever the fuck you want turn 1. So if you play a deck that has a super high ceiling, but it gets shit on by Max C, feel free to play it. I might even bust out my Utopia deck now. My Total Utopia. It might be a pretty good deck. Although, never mind, because that's right. I remember why I stopped playing that deck. Because if you go second and you get D-Barrier, you can't exceed. And you get fucked. I totally forgot about that. I was like, oh yeah, it's only an exceed deck. And it auto loses the D-Barrier if you go second. It has no grind game. I completely forgot. Discards the Rat Pier to draw a card. So is that like standard now? Are you like willing to just give up your rapiers now? All right, goes into Tagamata. And it's interesting, isn't usually I'm used to seeing like Wild Boar be or Wild Bow be the first one. Yeah, I'm used to seeing the wild guy be the first one. That card is so crap, by the way. Like if it was not a Zoodiac name, that fucking card would never be played. Like, you better be glad that you're a zoo, because otherwise you would have never, ever seen play. All right, out comes Rapier. Actually, doesn't it get attached? Okay, I was going to say, it doesn't special. Doesn't it get attached as an exceed material? I thought it was like I thought she was the one that, like, summoned from the graveyard. All right, goes for Broad Bull. He'll probably detach Tiger Mortar to search a card and to summon a Rapier. Oh, you know what? Maybe this is where he searches Lunar Light Black Sheep. Ah, yeah, there it is. Dude, you gotta, Konami, you guys gotta give my bae, you gotta give Black Sheep some love, man. Like, seriously, it is a crime that the only Lunar Light cards that are hollow are just the freaking fusions. Seriously, now that everybody's playing Lunar Lights, I'm gonna start calling this Lunar Light featuring Zoodiac. It's literally one Lunar Light card. I'm just happy that Lunar Lights have a meta card. Oh man, I still have this really awesome thumbnail of Black Sheep, but I'm waiting for a perfect time to use it. I need Zoodiac to win a YCS, and it has to play Lunar Light Black Sheep so I can use that thumbnail. Otherwise, I can't really think of a time when I'm gonna use that thumbnail. Other than me playing just like Lunar Lights or something like that. Like if I played in the YouTuber Grand Championship, like maybe I might use Black Sheep then. All right, so he goes for Daigusto Emerald. He's gonna put back 1 Rats, 1 Tiger Mortar, and 1 copy of Thoroughblade. And he'll probably draw a card. He hasn't used Barrage yet, has he? I don't think he's used Barrage. Oh, there's Fusion Substitute. Okay. Looks like he's gonna go for Elder Entity Norden. And what will be the play from there? Yeah, you know what? I was looking at the freaking Zoodiac calendar, or not the calendar, but like all the years. I think I got what's it called? I think I got born in one of the coolest years. I remember it's weird. For like the longest time, I thought that I was born in the year of the rat, and I hated it so much. I was like, how could I be born in this crappy, trashy year? Like, I'm not a rat. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. She's clearly like one of the coolest zoo monsters, but I didn't want to be born in the year of the rat, man. Like, no one wants to be born in the fucking year of the rat, but, you know, I'm actually born in the year of the tiger, and I was like, oh, that's just so much fucking more awesome. Like, who doesn't want to be thought of as a tiger? Fierce. Majestic. Also, tigers come in orange and white, so, you know, you got two different tigers. You got the Bengal tiger, and you got the white tiger. All right, so he brings out another rat, which means he's going to have another rank 4. I think he's going to summon another Daigusto Emerald to just keep drawing cards. Because I think what you're doing is you're just trying to draw like traps. Actually, he's going to draw another card because of Fusion Substitute too. I didn't even think about that. And he has not activated, it's kind of crazy, he hasn't activated Instant Fusion at all. So he could actually summon Norden like 3 times this turn. He's already summoned it like twice, I think. Or wait, maybe it was just once. Honestly, I'm losing track. Fusion Substitute is going to be banished. Norden goes back into the deck. Draw 1 more. I wish we had another card, another like really good Fusion support card that was kind of similar to Fusion Recovery. I know Fusion Recycling Plant was like supposed to be that card, but it's just not. Like, if I'm being honest with myself, it's a good card, don't get me wrong, but like, when you're trying to turbo in Yu-Gi-Oh!, you can't be waiting until the end of the turn. Like, I'm playing double L's, not Lyrical Lucinias. When I say double L's, I mean Lunar Lights. When I'm playing, like, Lunar Lights, I'm trying to kill you now. Fuck next turn. I just want to get my damn Leo Dancer on board and just kill you now. There is no next turn. Like Kaito said in Arc V. There is no next turn. I'm going to kill you now. All right, let's see if he can play through this very strong. Now, this field looks considerably stronger than his last turn. Unless these are a bunch of Tenkis set. Alright. This is the one that I believe targets a set card. Whoa, you gotta banish something to summon it, bro. Pretty sure. You have to banish at least one Infernoid. What the fuck? I believe this is the one that targets a set card and like spins it back to the deck, and the target card can't be activated. Let me read you right quick. Primas. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Whoa. You didn't even give him a chance to respond to the summon. He can still Solemn Strike your monster. Especially now if he has the Solemn Strike set. Instead of losing Solemn Strike for nothing, he could just Solemn Strike your dude. Yeah, okay, well, you have to give him a chance to respond to the summon. Because he can Solemn Strike it, he can Solemn Warning it. He can use Force Back if anyone is silly enough to use that card. Chain's Royal Prison? What the fuck? Monsters cannot be special summoned from the graveyard. Okay, so he's using that on summon. By the way, you can't chain a targeted card, but you can chain another card in response to that, what's it called? Like, it's kind of like Night Beam. Like, okay, let's say that this is a Macro Cosmos, right? He could chain Macro Cosmos and then chain Royal Prison to the Macro Cosmos, and he'd still be able to get around the effect of you can't activate the targeted card. People used to do that's why no one really played Night Beam. Like some Cleafort players played it, but if your opponent had like 4 back row, it's so easy to play around Night Beam. All you have to have is like 2 chainable cards, and you basically just make the damn thing fizzle. All right, so it looks like he's gonna target something else. He can still do it here. Yeah, he can still do it here because like since this is not being targeted, he can still target this. All right, it goes back to the deck. Okay. He has Royal Prison, which actually is going to be really big here. Wait, you know what? I actually might have just used Dryden on this, to be honest. Yeah, I think like if that was a Solemn Strike that was set, like I would rather have Solemn Strike and just Dryden this card immediately and be able to like Solemn Strike the Decatron. Now he is going to pop a Decatron. Okay, that's fine. Believe he still gets to send, right? If this card is no, it's a trigger effect. If this card is no, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so he still gets to send, but he can't special from the graveyard. Actually, yeah, the Royal Prison seems kind of big because he can't special. Whatever he sends doesn't matter because he can't special from the graveyard unless he specials from the hand using the card that he sent. That's still a possibility. Like he can still summon Onoku here. He sends a Stynamis, which probably makes me think he's not planning on summoning Stynamis. He's probably planning on banishing it plus another. Like, right now, he's really in some deep doo-doo unless he has Onoku or Devyati. Alright, so he's banishing 2. I'm going to assume 1 more card from his hand. And I think he's probably going to try and go Devyati or... Alright, there's 3. So either Devyati or Onoku is coming down. Alright, there goes Onoku. If you're the Zoo player, I don't think Onoku is really that big of a deal. Oh, Torrential Tribute. Pretty good. Onoku can negate this, but I wouldn't. That would be stupid. Alright, so everything is cleared. I think this is a huge advantage for Zeus. I think he's going to run away with this match. Unless... Why is he targeting the Royal Prison? That was Onoku. That was not Devyati. What was he thinking? Yeah, that was Onoku. Unless my eyes deceive me, I'm pretty sure that was Onoku and not Devyati. Now, yeah, they're gonna figure this out. I think he thinks that it was Devyati, but it wasn't. It wasn't Devyati. It was Onoku. Anyways, I think the match is so far on the side of the Zoo players. Feel. I mean, on his. I think it's so far in his favor because A, he has a floodgate right now that is really locking out his opponent. Even if he had that Grassless Greener as his last card, it wouldn't matter. And B, he still has Zoodiac Mirage, and he still has 3 cards in hand. So, well, 4 cards in hand. Now that he's drawn a card, I think this is so far in his favor. I don't think he can get OTK because I don't think Valor. I don't think he has the firepower to do it. Well, no, he has Barrage. If he has Terra Top, then I'll say he can probably LTK him. But if he doesn't, even with Barrage, I still don't think he can do it. But if he special summons like Terra Top or Bioba Wound or some shit like that, then okay, I'll probably change my opinion. All right, so he's gonna pop Tinky, and bro, you should have kept that 100 damage. If you have like 5 monsters, that 100 damage actually adds up. I know some people are like, oh cap, but if you have 5 monsters, then you should probably just OTK him anyways. Hey man, sometimes you got 5 monsters and they're all like little ass monsters. Haven't you guys ever played like Dust Arms or something? Alright, so he's going to activate the effect of Thorough Blade. And I guess he's just looking to the next turn to think, I might need my barrage next turn, but I don't really think you should, because you're probably going to be searching from Broad Boil this turn anyways. So, I don't know. But then again, how much is 400 damage anyways? Just not that much damage. I guess it is worth just getting rid of the what's it called? The Fire Formation Tenki, because 400 damage probably isn't going to get you there when it comes to like OTKing your opponent. If Yar has a Maxi in hand, using it off the barrage would have been a really good like that probably would have been the time you want to use it. And then cross your fingers and hope that you draw on the Gores. Alright, there's Tiger Mortar, my favorite zoo monster, because of course I was born in the year of the tiger. I've got the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight. Alright, so Tiger Mortar is going to probably... Oh no, he's getting Rat here. Okay, that's fine. He should have another rat in his deck. You know, actually, now that he has the Royal Prison, if he happened to have Leica in his extra deck, she'd be totally dead because she wouldn't be able to activate her effect. Or maybe she could activate it, but she couldn't resolve it. I don't even think that she'd be able to, like, legally activate it. Alright, so he's going to be able to summon a Rapier from his deck, and he's going to be able to get himself a search. He might, you know, it depends. If he has something like Instant Fuse, which actually Norden won't be able to activate. Okay, so let's just throw that out. He might be able to get game here. I don't know. He isn't normal summoned yet. I was thinking about if he had Instant Fusion, he could do a mess of damage, but Norden won't be able to summon from the grave, so. Huh, it's interesting. I actually never thought of Royal Prison as a really good card, but against the, like, 60 card decks, it's pretty damn strong. You know, it's even not bad against Paleozoic, because you do turn off Rodent Totem. But then again, is it really worth it? Just turning off one Rodent Totem. It's like, I don't even know if that's worth it. Does he go for Daigusto Emerald or does he go for that Cowboy? He goes for Daigusto Emerald. Going for Daigusto Emerald is basically saying, I'm not going to kill you this turn. Because you know what he could do? If he actually would have had the OTK and he had Instant Fusion, he could have popped his own Royal Prison. And he could have then played Instant Fusion, used Norden, and then he could have went for a huge damage play. And that probably would have gotten him there. But if you're not going to get there, you're not going to get the 8,000 that you need, don't even bother. Okay, what's he doing now? I guess he didn't search when he used Broad Bowl's effect. Okay, my mistake. I thought that he had searched. I think he's going to get a bunch of Whiptails. Because I think he's just looking for damage cards, honestly. If you look at his board right now, he only has 1,800 damage on board. And to my knowledge, he still has not normal summons. So at some point, you'd have to think he's going to go Trident. Okay, yeah, he's just doing 1,800 damage. This is very Necrozy. He's just setting up for next turn. He's basically telling Yer, if you don't break my board this turn, I'm going to kill you next turn. But he just doesn't have, he didn't have the damage to do it this turn. I didn't think he did either. Like at the beginning of the turn, I was like, I don't even think he can OTK him unless he has something crazy that I just don't see. Just doesn't have the resources. Again, if he had Instant Fusion, it'd have been a completely different ball game. All right, now you never know. I mean, if Yer can get like an MST plus that grass looks greener, because he will mill what, like 26 cards off of that grass. Like you never know. All right, so he is trying to summon some Infernoid monster. Probably needs Onoku. Actually, maybe I don't know what he needs. Yeah, I don't know if he needs Onoku or if he needs Devyati or what at this point. Or maybe he's thinking that he could summon Onoku, which he cannot, unless he has some way of getting rid of Royal Prison. Either way, he just needs a reasoning that gets him like 40 cards in the graveyard, and that also gets him like a fucking Lila, something like that. Like if he had reasoning plus like that grass looks greener, maybe I can give him I can give him a way back into this game. All right, so he's going to go and he's going to summon Stydamus. And looks like, what's it called? Trident's going to pop immediately. Yeah, see right here, there's no reason not to pop the Stydamus, because it doesn't matter if he get, unless he gets reasoning plus like 30 cards in the graveyard and a Lila, there's like no way he can come back. Like, that Grasshop's Greener is so irrelevant, even if he has it in his hand, because you can get 50 wolves and fairy tales and shit, but you can't summon them. If I was him, if I'm Valor now, I'm trying to push for game. You are not going to get another turn. Like, 100%. I'll pop my Royal Prison if I need to do that, which I don't really think he does, but actually, I mean, if you have instant fusion, look, he only needs to do 6,200 damage. He shouldn't need instant fusion at this point. At this point, just like overlay for Tiger Mortar, detach the Trident. Okay, he scooped. I was gonna say, at this point, just overlay for Tiger Mortar, detach the Trident, get your Whiptail from the graveyard, normal summon your second Whiptail, go for Broad Bull, search another Whiptail, and it's like you have enough damage. I guess he had a whole bunch of Artifact Lancias in his hand. Those were super dad. I probably would have tribute summoned just to throw the disrespect on him. But anyways, this match was a little back and forth at least. Royal Prison actually ended up being a huge factor. I've never actually seen that card really be played in competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching as always.